Hi, everybody. This is Jay Moore. I am the founder of the group, TheOrdinaryChristian.com, and I'm here to bring you this week's Missional Living Devotional. These devotionals are intended to empower you, encourage you, and equip you to live a powerful missional life that shines the light of Christ brightly into your part of this dark world. Today I'm going to pick up on a story that I told last week about Jesus as he's sent his disciples out on a boat to go over on the other side of the sea, and he was going to dismiss the crowds who had just seen him feed the 5,000. He went up on a mountain to pray, and in the middle of the night, as they are crossing the sea, a big storm comes up. But then Jesus begins to come walking out on the water towards them. And what we saw last week is that, before Jesus calms the storm around us, stops the waves, many times he calms the storm in us. This week I want us to focus on a part where Jesus says, don't be afraid, it is I. And then Peter pipes up and he says, Lord, if that's really you, command me to come out to you. Now remember, the storm is still raging all around him. The winds haven't stopped blowing. The waves haven't stopped crashing. Jesus says, it's me, it's I, don't be afraid. And Peter pipes up and he says, Lord, if it's really you, command me to come on out. And Jesus says, well, come on out. The water's fine. And Peter gets out of the boat. He begins to walk towards Jesus on the water. But when he recognizes the strength of the wind and the power of the waves around him, he takes his eyes off Jesus and he sinks and he cries out, Lord, save me. Jesus reaches down, grabs his hand, and pulls him back up. Now here's the point that I want us to get. Jesus is walking out on the water. And Peter says, Lord, if it's you, command me to come out to you. In the middle of the storm, in the middle of the waves, in the middle of the winds, Lord, command me to come out to you if it's really you. I want us to learn from Peter's example here. Yes, he took his eyes off and he sank, which is okay. But the point that I want us to get at from Peter's example is we don't have to wait until God makes everything calm before we say, Lord, I'm ready to come to you. I'm ready to join you. As a matter of fact, it may be everything around us is falling apart. Everything around us is uncertain. And we hear the voice of Christ, take courage. Don't be afraid. It's I. And our response to the Lord when he tells us it's I is, Lord, if it's you, command me to come out and join you where you're at, out on the waves, walking on the water. Lord, I know there's a storm out at sea, but command me to come out to you anyhow, if that's you. I want to ask you a question. Is that your first response? Or when you see the waves and the wind, the trials, the tribulations of life, are you waiting for it to get calm before you join Christ on his mission? If you're waiting for that, you may never join him in it. Don't wait. Once you have the assurance that it is Christ who's with you, ask him, Lord, command me to come join you. That's the attitude we need to have. Lord, I'm not going to wait till things get right, till the conditions are perfect, because I know they never will be. But if you're there, I want to join you where you're at. Command me to come. Command me to be with you. And I'll step out of the boat. And I'll start walking on the water to the best of my ability. And I guess there's another lesson we can learn, that it's okay if we start off and all of a sudden we kind of get a little nervous and we take our eyes off and we start to sink. As long as we cry out to the Lord, he's going to reach down and grab us. And I think that he even said, oh, you of little faith. It wasn't so much as a ridicule as it was kind of laughing inside like a parent does with a child who gets a little nervous when, we're trying something new. And he says, you have a little faith. It's growing, but you still got a little faith. We got to work on it some more. I think Jesus was just tickled pink to hear Peter say, Lord, if that's you, command me to come. So today, join Christ where he's at. It may not be a good day for you. From a human standpoint, it may not be the right timing. If Jesus is with you, it's always the right timing. So today, join Christ where He's at. Find out where He's at work and say, Lord, command me to come join you. And be amazed at what He does. All right, this is our devotional this week. If you haven't already signed up for Missional Living Devotionals from the Ordinary Christian, there's a little link in the description box below. Go ahead and hit that link, sign up, give me your name, give me your email address, and you'll start receiving these on a weekly basis. In addition, and as a bonus, I will send you a free training report on how to transition any conversation into a conversation that talks about Jesus. All right, folks, take care. God bless you. We'll see you next week on the Ordinary Christian Missional Living Devotional. God bless.